So we are packed, luggage is ready, we are all dressed up and ready. Now the time is to start the vacations. The destination, as you all know by now, is Vietnam. 10 days trip to Vietnam kicks off now. Bye to Gurgaon for now. Just got out of the cab. We are now entering the airport, and then we'll check in and then we clear the security. We just completed our check-in formalities and we've got our boarding passes in place. Just going through the security gates now and getting inside. So we've just cleared the security. We are all in for our first leg of the journey. For the first leg, we are traveling from Delhi to Kolkata and our flight to Ho Chi Minh is from Kolkata. So immigration and other formalities would happen there. But right now we are all set to board the first leg of the flight, which would take us to Kolkata. Interestingly, we would be in Kolkata for the third time this year. We had a layover of sorts in Kolkata when we were traveling to Andaman, and then we actually traveled to Calcutta for a vacation. Now we are again going to Vietnam and the layover happens to be in Kolkata. Landed in Kolkata. Since we are the backside seat, we will be going by the bus, but there is an aero bridge for the front end passengers. Just landed in Kolkata, almost right on time, about 15 minutes past the scheduled time, but we took off late as well. We have about 5 hours now to kill before our next flight to Ho Chi Minh. experience on the Indigo flight was in general good. It flew on time, so that was good, but air conditioning was not working, so the flight was absolutely horrible in that sense. Pretty hot cabin, and the staff knew no fault of theirs. The technical fault and the AC unit made sure that we were all burning inside. But that was it. Let's continue the journey and we'll keep you updated on how it goes. So we've just reached a shopping mall in Kolkata, which is nearer to the airport. This is called City Center 2. We've come here to kill some time because we had 5 hours before our next flight and there was no use just waiting at the airport. So we've just come down here to explore and kill some time. So the immigration counters look like they're pretty empty, which is a welcome change from what we generally see in Delhi, where it's longer lines. So looks like it should be touch and go and easy way out. Let's get through it and get out of the country technically. We've just cleared the security. Immigration was done in a minute. So it was really surprising to get through all the formalities in like 10 minutes, including the immigration and the security. The airport is really empty. Looks like it's a special flight going just for us. I mean, there has been absolutely no waiting at any of the counters. So Rishik is in a hurry to reach Vietnam. Bus. Hello everyone. Right now we are at the international terminal of Kolkata airport. We are relaxing at the Travel Club lounge. Earlier we came from Delhi via the Indigo flight. We are flying Indigo this time to Vietnam. So we came in and we've got a layover of about 5 hours here in Kolkata. We had 2 hours of flight from Delhi and then we've got another 3.5 hours flight to Ho Chi Minh, which is our first stop on this trip. This time we've got about 10 days to ourselves of vacation in Vietnam. We are going to Ho Chi Minh first, which would be our first stop. We'll spend 2 days there, do a couple of day tours and then move to Da Nang, which is another beach town area, pretty upscale, that's what we've heard. Then we'll move to a city called Ho Chi Minh, which is known for its history and culture, and then we'll go to the capital city of Hanoi at the end. Spend another 3 or 4 days there, probably 2 day tours is what we plan for now, and then we will come back to India from Hanoi. So we're flying Indigo to Vietnam and we'll return via Vietjet, which is Vietnamese Indigo in some ways. Looking forward to our trip. First we finalized the itinerary and then got our flight tickets, the to and fro from Vietnam part of it, so that our endpoints were finalized, and then we identified what are the day tours and what are the activities that we wanted to do every place, and accordingly booked the internal flights. Internal flights we are traveling Vietnam Airlines, which is their full service carrier. So let's see how it goes. Once the flight tickets were all done, the next step was booking hotels. Since we are traveling with Marriott and doing a collaboration with them, we'll stay in a couple of Marriott facilities around, and then we booked a couple of them for ourselves as well. Then visa is available on arrival, but you still need a visa approval letter, which you need to apply online, which is pretty easy. Now when you apply that, we've seen people get forged in terms of using other websites, but the authentic websites would only charge you $25 and you get your visa generally in 3 days, but keep 5 days for yourself. But it was pretty easy. We got it in 3 days. So once visa is done, your flights are done and your hotels are done, all you need to do is pack your bags and get out. We also downloaded some of the key apps which are required. So these include an app called Grab, which is Uber for Vietnam, we've also downloaded Google Translate with Vietnamese language as an offline language as well, because language is a major challenge that we've heard there. Apart from that, we've also downloaded offline maps for Vietnam just in case we don't have network and we're struggling to find direction. So those are some of the things that we are ready with, and then we'll explore more as we go. And once we enter Vietnam, we've kind of researched on what we want to do as first steps. First would be getting our currency exchange. So we're carrying US dollars right now. We'll convert them to Vietnamese dong, which is the local currency there. So we'll get that done. We'll get a local SIM so that it's easier to contact everyone. And then we'll proceed to our hotel. So those are the first steps there. And our Indigo flight, it's the incoming service which would now take us back to Ho Chi Minh. Looking forward to boarding and getting out of the country.
Landed in Ho Chi Minh and cleared the customs. Again, pretty easy process. It's 2:37 local time, and we are now moving to baggage belt number 7 to get our luggage. It's 3:14 local time and we are done with all the formalities, and now I don't know if you can see me right now, but we've just come out of the airport and boarded our cab, going to the hotel to check in and take some rest. We've done with our formalities where we've taken some currency and also completed our SIM formality, so we have an active SIM to keep in touch with folks. Looks like we're set for a few days. We'll have to look for currency a bit more afterwards, but for now we should be good. We'll talk all about the formalities and how it all happens and how simple it is in later part of this video or maybe in the next video, but we'll give you all the details so that you are much more informed when you come here. Till then, let's call it a good night and go